Alright, hey you guys, it is TsubakiSwagg, and I'm coming to you with my first impression of Utawareromono. Utawareromono. I don't even know if I pronounced that right, but the surname is like Itsuwari no Kamen. And this show, it actually looks like it's gonna be pretty freaking awesome. Like, it starts out, we see this guy, he looks like he just woke up from a long sleep, but he can't remember anything. He was running or walking in the snow, and then this creature, this huge like centipede with pinchers, came up and was trying to eat him, and he took off running in the snow, and he fell down a hole, and the thing came down there with him, and then this big huge red like blob consumed the insect and ate him. Like, the insect came out and tried to eat him again, but the blob sucked it back in and ate him. And then it said something. I couldn't quite understand what it said, but it said something. And then this girl, well, this person, threw what looked like a flashbang a flashbang grenade at it, and she told him to cover his eyes, cover his ears and close his eyes, and it went off, and I guess it startled the red blob, and she snatched him up and they ran out the cave. So when she looked back at him, he was like, oh, it's a woman. So they made it out of the cave or whatever, and they were talking about what the red blob was. She asked him, like, does he remember where these towns were or anything, and he really does not remember anything. Like, his memory is completely gone. And we did never establish what happened or why he lost his memory or anything like that. So he starts traveling with this woman, and she tells him that the red blob thingy was a curse, so it's called a curse. So I don't quite understand. I don't know. That part really confused me. So hopefully they go into a little more detail about that. But it turns out that this girl, Kuon, is actually a fur person. I'm going to call her a fur person. And he, like, grabbed her tail while they were walking. She was like, why would you grab my tail, blah, blah, blah. And she, like, snatched him up with it. It was pretty funny. So he's this big whiny crybaby who doesn't remember what his name is. He doesn't like to work, he doesn't like to walk, he doesn't like to do anything, actually. So they made it to a town eventually. Well, first they had to sleep in that night because he kept taking breaks, so they had to sleep outside. And they started talking, and he fell asleep while Kuon was talking to him. But while all that was happening, they show, like, they finally got to the village the next day, and they got to an inn, and the lady at the inn was helping them out. Well, she gave them a room or whatever, and they were eating and stuff, and Kuon ate most of the food, which I thought was pretty funny because she was going to town. Like, every time she went to eat, it got bigger and bigger and bigger, and Nameless only got to eat like one thing. Well, at that point, actually, she did give him a name. She named him Haku, but at that point he had only had one while she ate like 8 or 9 of them, and all the food was gone. So they went to take their baths, and Kuon is a perv because she was peeping on Haku, and Haku was exercising without his towel on, and Kuon looked like she had been violated because she couldn't look him in the eye at one point. But after that, he was looking at his feet, and he noticed that his feet were all fucked up from like walking. So she put this medicine on him, and he flipped out because I guess it hurt really bad. I don't know. But the next day his feet were healed. So after that, they had to go into town and do some work because Kuon, of course, said a man that doesn't work doesn't eat, which is true. So they started working out in the town, and he does not know how to do anything, and he hates work. He hates doing any type of labor, any type of labor. So they found something for him to do where he was like grinding, I guess it's like flour or manna, whatever it is, because the water mill was broken, and he fixed the water mill, and this guy came up and spied on him because he was just relaxing because he had fixed the water mill. And then of course Kuon came back and snatched him up for being lazy. So they went back to the inn, and the same guy that had found him was in there drinking with his friends, and his name is Ukon. And he actually looks pretty freaking awesome. I really want to draw him. He looks pretty epic, and I love like his beard and the way his hair and stuff looks. He looks awesome, and I really do want to draw him. So he might be one of my speed drawings in the future. But this show actually looks like it's going to be pretty awesome. I really want to learn more about the curse and like what it is and why it's there. I want to know why he lost his memory. But this show looks like it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. And I like the fact that they're fur people, because they're awesome. And yeah, this show just looks like it's going to be pretty freaking dope, and I can't wait to see the next episode, because I really want to know more about Haku and like what happened to him and what is up with this curse thing and everything. So yeah. So if you have not watched the show, I would say go watch it, because I'm really bad at explaining things. But this show actually looks like it's going to be pretty freaking awesome. And look at my cat in the background. He is so slow. But yeah, this show looks like it's going to be pretty freaking awesome, and I can't wait to see what happens. So yeah, so as always, please remember to comment, thumbs up, and subscribe. It helps out a whole lot. And this is TsubakiSwagg saying adios.